I didn't know until today that there was a National French Toast Day.
It's a great day.
But it's today, and we're celebrating by making 2 signature breakfast creations.
Richmond chef Josh Cleaton is here to make the culinary magic happen, and we welcome him to the show. Good to have you here. We made it wait all morning long because there were too many musicians here.
Yeah.
You know, they would eat all of
left.
it. Yeah. So we are very excited, and we hope you'll get us started here. Step 1, you got the pan nice and warm.
So yeah, we got the pan nice and warm. We got some butter going on here. We'll do this one first. This is basically just a take on cinnamon rolls. Thomas's Breads was nice enough to send me a few different kinds of swirl bread here. This one I have out is the cranberry swirl bread, but you can use whichever one is your favorite. So
they make a cinnamon raisin,
toast and bread as usual. Oh, go ahead.
A regular old cinnamon one, and then this cranberry one, which looks like pretty exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And your kids will love that too.
Yes, they do.
Cranberry swirl,
These loaves don't last a hot minute in this household.
Yeah.
No high fructose corn syrup either, so they're a healthy choice as well.
So these just go in and kind of, you're giving a little butter bath.
Yeah, just giving a little toast here. This pan could have been a little hotter, but there we go.
So that was just straight toast, and there's nothing going on but butter.
Just butter. I mean, you can use oil. You can do it any
But
way. You can put
we
it in the
do
toast.
the egg thing with French toast.
So I think
good
since
point.
most of us probably know how to do French toast pretty well, they wanted to do some other takes on it just to show some people some other ways to
Great.
experiment with
Right, yeah.
the holiday flavors of French toast. So right here we have a mixture. It is very simple. It's just milk and powdered sugar. Depending on how thick you want your glaze, add more powdered sugar to make it thicker, more milk to make it thinner. And
More powdered
I
sugar.
think,
And
is
it's
that what the
great.
kids at home call royal icing? Isn't it royal icing when it's confectioner's sugar? And I don't know. Where's
Sounds royal
Cheryl
to
when you
me.
need her here? We need our Google.
so yeah, you just toast your bread however you like, any way you want to do. We did it with some butter here because we like to give it lots of flavor. And then you just simply put on the glaze here, and you got yourself a little cinnamon roll.
All right.
And you can throw fresh fruit on there, you know, really anything you want to add.
That's pretty exciting.
Really easy, really simple, but
It was less
really
than a minute.
delicious. Yeah, less than a minute.
Okay,
Wow.
so that's like a toasted cranberry bread with the delicious royal icing on it, or
Exactly.
icing to be determined what it's called.
Simple, but you know.
But it's all right there. That's great.
Exactly.
All right,
Okay.
good night, everybody.
Thank you. We're going to go to breakfast. But wait, there's more.
Oh, there is more.
Josh has got
So-
another delicious recipe.
So yeah, here, it's French toast bake. It's actually apple cinnamon French toast bake. We used the cinnamon bread, swirl bread from Thomas's. We just added some apples here. We've got brown sugar, milk, eggs, cinnamon, and maple syrup. Those are your only ingredients. Just gonna dice the apples up, put everything inside of in your bread into 1-inch cubes, put it inside a 9x13 pan, and just bake it like you would any normal cake, so
So-
it's golden brown.
So Josh, would you recommend then with the apples, I'm going to chop them all up, and you've done a pretty fine dice there, or a little bit more of a smaller dice.
Yeah.
Do you saute them first?
I did saute them first in a little butter, a little brown sugar, dash of salt, and that's it.
And then do they necessarily need to like cool down or anything before you kind of put them in with the bake?
No.
Okay.
No, you can do it right away. It's really not a long process. It's a little longer than we could fit in on the segment, obviously, but it is a pretty quick one,
There's
about
your
like
egg.
30 to 40 minutes maximum on cook time.
Great. And there's your eggs, Bill.
Yeah, and obviously this is a whole recipe that you're going to do for this. This has been sitting here like a minute now.
What are you doing?
I was looking for a fork.
If only I had
I
brought
don't
a fork.
see
Oh,
one.
so Bill's
But
going to take
I've been
that.
scoping out what to do here since we didn't have a fork, and I'm thinking, well,
Did you cut
Jess,
everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jess hasn't.
Right?
We got fingers.
Okay, well.
So, and this literally was less than a minute that it took you to make this, which is great.
It was a butter bath, friends, and it tastes delicious.
I may have gone heavy on the butter,
No,
but
that's
you
fine.
can't,
There's no
no
wrong-
such thing as too much butter.
There's no such thing as too much butter, right? I want to go back to this bake, Josh. I've made one of these before. It's been a couple of Sundays. I have made one before. Excuse me, I hope that wasn't on camera.
Okay.
That just happened. This is great to whip this up, the liquid part, and then do you let it sit for a while before it goes in? Like sometimes if you're time starved, right? Maybe I can make it the night before for brunch or breakfast the next morning. Is it okay to sit?
You don't want to let your bread sit in it overnight. That would be, just it's going to get too soggy. And by the time it cooks, it's going to be, not to say it may not taste good, but you're not going to get that texture you would want to get. Now you can let all the, mix all your wet ingredients together and let them set overnight. Since that is most of the work, you can cook your apples ahead of time and all that, and they can be cool. Just don't get your bread wet first.
Okay,
So,
interesting.
yeah.
So it would kind of fall apart. It just wouldn't look as pretty.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And letting it rest a little bit right after it's done will also help it look pretty and not fall apart on you.
So,
French toast in your hands.
like flopping around
Exactly.
there. So the traditional way that I make French toast obviously has just been really simplified. And can you go through how you made the drizzle that you put on there one more time for us?
I don't have the powdered sugar here, but simply just took some any milk you have at home.
So this is
and
regular
powdered
milk?
sugar, and you mix it together. You don't even need a whisk. You can just use a spoon. And like I said, just on the consistency you want.
Show us how you put that on there one more time.
Yeah, it's the prettiest part, the reveal.
I was like, Bill, he drizzles it. What? Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah, see?
Okay, I
there was a
see
method
where
here,
you're
see?
headed.
Yeah.
Well, try this piece, Bill. Butter bath is not to be ignored.
Do you want to try another one?
All right.
I mean, your fingers are already sticky.
Okay,
so
cool.
You might
Thank
as well
you.
try another one.
I did skip breakfast earlier. Josh, I do have a question. You mentioned that's
It is
that a
maple
maple
syrup.
I kept
Yes.
thinking, is it coffee? No, it's I really am hungry if I'm thinking
Yeah,
it's coffee.
you can take a sip.
Right? I don't. Well, maybe we should just kind of.
Greg McQuaid
in
isn't
there.
here. He
I
would
know
step
he would
up.
do a.
Yeah.
He would accept that challenge. I'm just going to dip
Well,
in
you
there.
wore the apron,
The
so
bib.
you can do that, yeah.
And so like all these ingredients are also all the same ingredients for French toast. So you don't have to do it this way. It's just a nice way to, kind of break
kinda
things
dress
up.
it
You
up
can
a little
pass
bit.
it around the table. And
So you go from the very simple to the little complicated, but still basic.
Exactly.
And Josh, that's one 9 by 13 serving there.
It
So you
is.
can kind of get an eyeball of if you have plenty of guests coming over, you might want to double the portion.
And there is a recipe online if you just look up the cinnamon swirl French bread bake. It will be the first thing that comes up.
Yum.
So,
Speaking of online, we're going to post all of this on our website later on today.
We sure
the
will.
complete recipe, so you can figure out how to drizzle some more on there.
Did you taste any? Did you do
You know,
it?
I haven't had a really good chance to. It's almost
I've eaten
gone.
half of it. I thought maybe you want to get a little,
Oh, okay.
a little bit.
Well, actually,
yeah, dip-a-roo in there.
Yeah, I don't have the bib here
Well,
at this point.
That's never stopped you
Okay.
before. All right.
Oh,
We will have that recipe. What do
A
you,
whole piece went in
see?
there.
It happens.
Magic.
Butter bath. All right. We'll have that recipe up on our website later today, WTVR.com/VTM.